Welcome back then guys to this live stream. It is now time for the sprint race for IFMC GP2, and if you didn't see what happened yesterday, it was a very interesting race which had some championship implications. In the end, Pierre Gasly went on to take his 4th victory of the season. That means he's got more victories than anybody this season. He's got the most wins here for season number 4. It's such a shame that he's not in the title fight really. Had it not been for the bad luck at the beginning of the season, who knows, Gasly could have had a shout at the championship, but that's racing at the end of the day. But he won the race from Felix Rosenqvist in 2nd and Lando Norris, who finished in 3rd. George Russell retired from the race yesterday after an engine failure which put pay to his race, and as a result it means that he's 14 points back from Rosenqvist in the Drivers' Championship, and it means that as a result Rosenqvist has a slim opportunity of grabbing the championship in this race. But he'll need to go some if he wants to, because what he needs to do to win the championship is win the race and set the fastest lap, whilst also hoping that Russell finishes outside the points or retires to win the championship today. It's a bit of an ask, but it can be done. If he doesn't do that, then the championship will go to the finale in 3 weeks' time at Abu Dhabi. So, we've got 16 laps of action coming your way here for the sprint race, and the top 8 gets reversed, which sees Câmara on pole position in the Ecademy, with Matsushita alongside him, so it'll be very interesting to see. So before we start then guys, let's mute this, turn this up a little, and let's have a look at the grid for the sprint race here at Monza. Here we go then. So on pole position, it is Sérgio Sette Câmara with Nobuharu Matsushita 2nd. Mitch Evans lights up in 3rd with Santiago Urishia in 4th. Sergey Sirotkin lines up 5th with Lando Norris in 6th. Felix Rosenqvist is in 7th with yesterday's winner Pierre Gasly in 8th. 9th on the grid is Luca Ghiotto, followed by Norman Nato in 10th. Luca is in 11th, followed by Sasha Fenestras, who's in 12th. 13th on the grid goes to Sean Galau, followed by Dan Ticktum in the RSPCA racing car. 15th on the grid is Alex Lynn, followed by Jüri Vips in the other RSPCA racing car. Joel Eriksson is 17th with Nick de Vries in 18th. 19th on the grid, if we go on to row 10, is Louis Razia with teammate Jolien Palmer in 20th. A horrid day for Willow's Grand Prix yesterday, especially for Palmer, who lost the chance of a podium. And on the back row of the grid, it's Lance Stroll and George Russell with it all to do if he wants to keep his championship hopes alive. And that is the grid for the sprint race here at Monza. So there is the grid then guys for the sprint race, and the weather of course is bright and sunny, so leave your predictions, but without further ado, let's get to the sprint race. So here we are then on the grid then. It's Sette Câmara on the right of your screens, Matsushita on the left, who's going to get the lead into turn 1 as we wait for the 5 red lights to go off to signify the start of the sprint race here at Monza. As we get set for the race, 1 light is on, 2 lights are on, 3 lights are on, 4 lights are on, 5 lights are on. And it is go for the sprint race here at Monza. And it seems to be a good start from the front too. Looks like Matsushita might have a slightly better start than Câmara, as he's trying to get alongside of Aaron's also having the look as well. But a good start from Urishia as well, as they make their way down towards the first chicane. Who's going to lead it as they make their way through the first few turns? Câmara trying to hang around outside. A bit of contact. Câmara's been pushed off. Looks like somebody pushed into the back of Matsushita as well. Who on earth was that? Somebody has shoved Câmara off. Well, somebody has made Matsushita slide into the side of Sette Câmara. Let's have a look. Was it Urishia by any chance that did that? As they made their way into the first chicane. It probably wasn't if we go to the first chicane. And it was Norris. Norris clipped the back of Matsushita, which forced Câmara to go wide. And, well, ran out of road as a result. Let's see it from his perspective then. So Norris getting a slightly good start in the Lightbase Sony Racing car as they now head down towards the Ascari chicane now then on the track. And, let's have a look now then as they make their way into the chicane. As you can see, they go into the right-hander, and yet just misjudges braking, and then makes Matsushita plough into the side of Câmara, making him cut the chicane. So that incident will be investigated after the race, but it is Matsushita who leads the way, and Câmara, well, I would question that, but luckily he hasn't caused a crash behind. So, that's that then really. Apart from that, everybody's got through okay. Russell gains a place, de Vries bringing up the rear. Matsushita leads, but he's got Norris under investigation, of course, all over the back of him now then as they make their way into the second chicane. Will he try and get a move done? He's not close enough to Matsushita. This time by Gasly though, trying to get a second win if he can now. He's up to 3rd. Evans down to 4th on the grid. Câmara has recovered to get to 6th, so he's still in the points, but still not great. So as he's now How long has my microphone been off? I don't know, to be honest. My microphone just seems to have pulled off. It seems there, but I do apologise for that. If it's been off for a while, I do apologise. So meantime, we're going to go three wide into that corner now. Then, so side by side they go. De Vries looking to the inside, and how on earth they didn't make contact? I don't know. Russell had to back out of it, and De Vries takes 2 places and gets up to 17th place. Russell under pressure from Fenestras, who's retaken Stroll for 20th place, heading down the straight. Up towards the chicane we go, and if I had been silent for a while, just to let you know, of course, that I'm just trying to think what was I going to say. It's 4 investigations, one at the first corner between Câmara and Norris, another between Câmara and Jüri, and then the 2 people that pass on the yellow flags, Ghiotto and Vips. So that's that really, as they come out of the turn. Now then, Vips as Razia is back up to 17th, but De Vries wants that place back. Tries to have a look, but Razia closes the door and holds on to 17th place for the moment in this race. Anything kicking off at towards the points? It doesn't appear like it. Everything's kind of quiet down there, it must be said. As Norris tries to chase down Matsushita, but Matsushita's still got a bit of a gap in front at this stage, and they make their way into the parabolica now. Then on the track, as they go around the right-hander, out of the turn we go. And as you can see, Norris comes off the turn now and heading down the pit straight before approaching the first chicane on the track. And as they'll soon approach the first chicane now then. And that's that really. As far as they are concerned, up towards the first chicane. Norris too far back at the moment, and I don't know if Gasly may be starting to close him back in at this stage. Round the right and left hander we go, using the curb on the outside as Gasly tries to chase down Norris for 2nd place. Remember, Norris is under investigation for that collision with Câmara at the start of the race, so that could still change. Around the first chicane we go. Sirotkin trying to get up close to Câmara if he can for 7th place as they make their way round the right hander. Around he goes. So they come off the turn now, they're heading in towards the 2nd chicane. So it's 6-0 now to England. England completely dominating this match. It's 6-0 to England, and look like a chip there look like a deflection there from Harry Kane, it must be said. But anyway, back to the action as they go towards the first last race. Out goes Joel Eriksson. Eriksson is out of the race. What has happened to the Swede? And there he is. It's a transmission problem for the Swede, and oh, that's not very wise, Eriksson. That is not very wise. He pushes Razia out of the way. And I don't know if you even noticed him there, but Razia might have beached it in the gravel. So that will have to be investigated after the race, as he's pushed Razia off into the gravel. And it looks like Razia might have beached it as well. I bet he and Eriksson will be having words. And now he's finally managed to find a gear, and he's able to get going again. But that will be investigated. 5 investigations for IFMC GP2. Clearly, these boys are being dirty today, it must be said. So, that's that really. Ghiotto now starting to close up. Ghiotto, of course, under investigation because he overtook under yellow flags when Jüri was off. As they come off the chicane, heading down the straight towards Parabolica. And that's that really, as they come up now then towards Parabolica. And up towards the Parabolica then goes Sirotkin as he tries to get up close to Sette Câmara, but not close enough at this stage. What's the gap between Gasly and Norris at this stage as they make their way into the first chicane now then? And the gap is 1.4 seconds. That's how that looks at this stage now then. So we have 7 laps remaining in this race. We're now on lap 10 of 16 then here at Monza. So 7 laps remaining for race leader Nobuharu Matsushita, who continues to get away from Lando Norris at the front of the field. He's still keeping within touching distance, but Matsushita is still keeping the gap consistent between himself and Lando Norris in front. Norris might come under pressure from Gasly again if Gasly's able to find a little bit more pace in the car to try and get hold of him again. So Matsushita comes out of the second Lesmo, then out the turn he goes, and that's that really as they come off that turn. Meantime, Ghiotto getting close now to the back of Sirotkin. Through towards Lesmo 1 we go as they come off the turn. Ghiotto will approach Lesmo 2 on the track. Out the corner onto the straight we go before approaching Ascari. And so now up towards the Ascari chicane we will go now then on the track. And up towards Ascari we will go. And up towards Escari now, then through the left, right, and left-hand. There we go. So they come off the turn, going down the straight towards the Parabolica. And that's that really as far as he is concerned. Matsushita now then heading down the pit straight as he now starts lap 11 of 16, so 6 laps remaining for the Japanese drivers. He looks good to get his first victory since Season 2 when he was part of the now defunct Steelers Racing team, and that was back at Valencia. So Matsushita still looking for that second victory, but it looks good at the moment if he could just keep this up, and it'll be a second consecutive sprint race victory for Holy Trinity Racing if Matsushita could keep up this pace. So we didn't check the gap between Norris and Gasly that time around. We'll try and have a look next time around if we can. So now they will approach the second chicane now then for the 11th time today as they go around the left and right hander now then on the track. Meantime now then Goliath tries to get up close to Sirotkin if he can, and up towards the second chicane we will go, and now through the left and right hander we go. And Gasly looked like Goliath had a better traction there compared to Sirotkin coming out of that second chicane. As they will go up towards Lesmo 1 and 2. And out the turn using all the curb on the outside, heading up towards the second Lesmo. As he comes off the turn, heading down the straight towards the Escari chicane. And up towards Escari now then we will go. And Goliath trying to get up close to Sirotkin, but not close enough at this stage, still not within slipstream range of the Russian. Meantime now then Rosenqvist on the prowler. Tickton, can he retake 13th from the Brit now then? Tickton though shuts the door and holds on to 13th place, not letting the championship leader go at that stage round the Escari chicane, as so far Rosenqvist finds himself in an RSPCA Racing sandwich. Vips of course under investigation for passing under yellow flags as they now make their way down towards the last corner. Rosenqvist now to Danny inside of Tickton. Can he find a way through on him at this stage? Now around the final turn, can he get the move done? Danny inside, and yes he can. Rosenqvist up to 13th place, and that's that really now then. As unseen by the cameras, Russell is up to 16th, so he's up to 16th, Stroll 17th, De Vries 18th, Van der Straat 19th, Eurisha up to 20th, and of course Razia down to the back because of what Ericsson did when he retired from the race. 5 laps remaining for race leader Nobuharu Matsushita, and again I've forgotten to check the gap, but it does look a little bit closer than what it did last time around, so I'll try to remember to look at the gap next time around. Sorry for a little drop of frames there, as now they will approach the 2 Lesmos on the track. Through Lesmo 1 and then into Lesmo 2 we will go. As Gasly now then goes out of the corner, heading down the straight towards the Escari chicane. So he tries to chase down Norris. Same time, Ghiotto slowly chasing down Evans. So he looks to try and get 4th from him by the end of the race. And here's Sirotkin still trying to chase down Câmara, as Goliath also trying to chase him down. At the same time, as Rosenqvist on team by the cars must have got him over at the first and second chicane. Has got up to 13th. He's past Ticktum. So up to P13 goes Felix Rosenqvist, but Ticktum clearly not finished within there as they come out the second Lesmo. Vips now all over the back of Ticktum at the same time, heading down the straight towards the Escari chicane. Can Ticktum find the way through on Felix Rosenqvist? He tucks up. He's going to look to the inside. Can he get the move done? But Rosenqvist shuts the door and holds on to 13th place. Vips had a little go, but had to back out of it last moment as they make their way out of Escari. Let's see the gap between Gasly and Norris now then, as they go down the pit straight, heading in towards the first chicane on the track. And the gap between the last time we checked was I think 1.4 seconds. Let's see now then, 1.5, so not really gaining on much, is he? Gasly ain't. As Norris still not far behind Matsushita, but still nowhere near. Try and put past. 4 laps remaining now for Nobuharu Matsushita, as he's now on lap 13 of 16 in this sprint race. As look how close Goliath is now to the back of Sirotkin, starting to get a little bit racy behind the East Midlands racing car as they make their way round the right-hander ladder before approaching the second chicane on the track now then, up towards that second chicane. Sirotkin went a tad bit defensive, but goes back on the racing line as they make their way into the chicane. As Rosenqvist drops down to 15 because both RSPCA Racing cars have got him up to 13th and 14th they go. As now Vips looks to the inside of Dan Ticktum. Will he try and get 13th from him now? Then as he goes down the inside into the second chicane, will he pull it off? And yes he does. Vips up to 13th place, getting the move done on Ticktum. And now Rosenqvist will try and find a way back through on Ticktum if he can for 14th. Up towards the first Lesmo we go. As they come off the turn now, the Rosenqvist in the slipstream of Tictum. He's going to have a look to the inside into the second Lesmo, but Tictum shuts the door and holds on to 14th place for the moment. As meantime now then, Galio still not within the slipstream at the moment of the guy in front. As let's see the gap this time by between Norris and Gasly as they make their way down the pit straight now then for the 13th time today. And heading down towards the first chicane we will go. And let's see the gap then between second and third. It was 1.5 seconds last time by. It looks like Norris might have stretched the gap a little bit. Let's see. And yes, it's now up to 1.7 seconds. So Norris is up the gap by 0.2 of a second now then, as he starts to get away from Gasly. Meantime now then, Sirotkin goes defensive because Galio is all over the back of him now. Then coming out of the first chicane, we go on the track heading down the straight towards the right-hander. Can Galio find a way through on Sirotkin? Can he try and get a run around turn 4 and get him into the second chicane if he can? Up towards that second chicane we go. As he tucks up into the slipstream, Sirotkin goes defensive and unable to do so. Galio's going to hang back for the moment into that chicane as Vips is now getting away from Tictum. Looks like Rosenqvist wants a piece of move again. But look at this. Russell now getting up close to his teammate for 15th. Both Red Bull Academy struggling in this race. But at this rate, it does look like the championship will be going to the finale next week, in 3 weeks' time, at Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina circuit. So GP2 and GP3 will be having a title finale in their championships as we go down the straight towards the Ascari chicane. And Galil now, they're not close enough to get Sirotkin and hangs back for the moment at this stage. As Ghiotto still not close enough to Evans, and he'll only have around about 2 and a bit laps to try and get up to the back of him and pass him for 4th place. But he is getting close to the back of the keyway as he looks to get 4th from Mitch Evans. Out of the Parabolica we go as they head down the pit straight now then, as Matsushita is on his penultimate lap of the race now then. And if he can, and things all looking good for the young Japanese driver as Norris goes through the first chicane now then on the track. Meantime now then, Ghiotto, as you can see, Evans goes defensive because he can feel the pressure from Luca Ghiotto's EMR as they go around the first chicane now then on the track. Meantime, Galio also pressuring Sirotkin but not close enough to make a pass into the first chicane now then. Meantime, round the right hander we go. Will Ghiotto try and get a run on Evans into the second chicane now then to try and grab 4th from the keyway up towards the second chicane. He doesn't look like he's close enough, but either way, Evans still goes defensive just in case. But Ghiotto not close enough, so Evans will stay in front for the time being as they make their way around the left and right hander using the curb on the outside as they make their way into that right hander. As meantime, Galil had a go, but Sirotkin covers him off and holds on to 8th place. At this stage, Rosenqvist getting close to the backside of Tictum again. As Russell not far behind either, so it looks like a battle for 14th could be coming at this stage. Ghiotto, will he try and get a run on Evans down towards the Ascari chicane? It doesn't look like he's close enough. Let's see now then as they go down the straight. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's close enough. Evans goes defensive, but Evans will hold on to 4th into Ascari. Now then, will Galil though get 8th from Sirotkin as they go down the straight towards Ascari? Will Galil make the move stick on Sergey Sirotkin? Sirotkin defends the inside. Galil's going to flick it to the inside. Will he pull the move off? And contact's made between Sirotkin and Galil. Contact's been made at the chicane, and Sirotkin rejoins dangerously into the path of Jüri and a crash at Ascari. And that is, 7 investigations need to be done in this race. 6 investigations need to be done in GP2. And Sirotkin is out and we're down to 20 runs. I think he'll be classified anyway because he has done 90% of the race distance. He rejoined right in the path of Jüri, and Jüri's going to have to pit for a new front wing. As a result, as Matsushita has started the final lap of the race, we'll get to him in a little bit now. As Ghiotto has taken 4th from Mitch Evans, but Evans trying to get back on him into the first chicane down the inside. Has he got the place? And yes, he has. Evans retakes 4th from Luca Ghiotto as Nato gets close. Matsushita has done a fabulous race, and if he can just keep this up, he is looking good to get his first victory since Season 2. As he started on pole, started second, was able to get the jump as Vips now sets the fastest lap. So Vips coming holding on to the bonus point for the fastest lap of the race. Ghiotto down the inside of Evans. Can he retake 4th from the Kiwi now then? And yes, he can. Ghiotto back up to 4th place. Nato now looking to prowl on Evans for 5th place as Jüri's in to repair that front wing. And that's as the incident between Galil and Sirotkin will be under investigation, along with Sirotkin and Jüri. That will be investigated as well. As out of the pit lane goes Galil. He looks like he also sustained some damage as well, so he's out on the track as well, as will Lucas Jüri. So They will be rejoined towards the back of the pack, but meantime, here is Nobuharu Matsushita as Nato's down the inside of Evans. Can he take 5th from Evans? And yes, he can. Nato up to 5th place. He gets the move done. But meantime, here is Nobuharu Matsushita who's going to round the Parabolica for the final time. And he has done an amazing race. And he comes down the pit straight for the first time since Season 2. He's going to reach the top step. It's going to be Nobuharu Matsushita who wins the sprint race here at Monza. Congratulations to him and the Holy Trinity Racing team. He takes his first victory since the Valencia Street sprint race 2 seasons ago and takes Holy Trinity Racing's second victory of the season. Norris for now in second because of the investigation with him. Câmara, Gasly third. Ghiotto is going to cross line 4th and it's going to be a run to the line between Nato and Evans, but Evans didn't have enough momentum. Nato 5th. Evans rounds out the points in 6th. Câmara for now in 7th because of that incident between him and Jüri. Palmer will cross the line in 8th place. A brilliant result for him in the Willows Grand Prix car. And so 8th place for him. And a brilliant comeback after only starting 20th. 9th for Lynn. 10th for Vips. I think he'll hold on to the bonus point unless somebody else gets it on the last lap. Ticked him 11th. Rosenqvist 12th. Russell 13th, which means that the championship will be going to the finale in Abu Dhabi in 3 weeks. Stroll will cross the line 14th. It's going to be 15th place for Nick de Vries. 16th for Sasha Fenestraz. 17th for Santiago Jüri. It's going to be Galile who will cross the line in 18th position. So that's that for him. And under investigation, Razia 19th in the end, Yoa 20th, and he's going to be in last place at the end, and he'll be hoping that Sirotkin gets punished for that bit of dangerous driving. It's going to be 20th for Luca, and they have it then. In the end, Nobuharu Matsushita takes his first victory since Season 2, and a fully deserved victory for the Japanese driver. So there you have it then, guys. After all of that, here is the results of a chaotic sprint race. Nobuharu Matsushita won the race with Lando Norris second, Pierre Gasly in third, with Luca Ghiotto fourth, Nato in fifth, followed by Mitch Evans in sixth, Sérgio Sette Câmara seventh, Norris and Câmara for now in their positions, Palmer eighth, Lynn ninth, Vips for now in 10th, Ticktum 11th, with Rosenqvist 12th, Russell 13th, Stroll in 14th, and if we scroll down the rest of the field, it's de Vries 15th, Fenestraz 16th, Jüri in 17th, Galile for now in 18th, Razia 19th, Euro 20th, Sirotkin was classified in 21st, and the only classified retirement being Joel Eriksson, thanks to transmission problems. So let's see who set the fastest lap of the race then, who's going away with the bonus point. Let's have a look, and it was Jüri Vips with a 1 minute 28.196, so he will get the bonus point for the fastest lap of the race. And he finally gets off the point scoring marker as well. So finally RSPCA Racing getting some more points. He was 800 quicker than Norman Nato in the end of the race there then. So there you have it then, guys. That has been it for the sprint race here for GP2. GP2 will be back in 3 weeks time at Abu Dhabi. They'll not be on for the next 2 weeks. It will just be IFMC. So they'll be back in 3 weeks at Abu Dhabi, where we'll have a title decider between Rosenqvist and Russell. As it looks to be 6-1 now, as Panama has just scored. So anyway, that has been it for GP2 this weekend. We're now going to be taking around about a 2.5 hour break because of the F1 race that is happening at Paul Ricard. But do come back to us at 5 PM BST for the 53 lap Italian Grand Prix, which sees Lewis Hamilton on pole position ahead of Fernando Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo. But until then, guys, that has been it. I hope you enjoyed it, so thank you very much for watching. I've been JWF1, and I'll see you guys at 5 PM for the 53 lap Italian Grand Prix. Until then, take care and enjoy the GP2 podium. See you in 2.5 hours time.